Hey everyone, again, welcome back to the channel. Today we take a look at another Mcfarlane DC Multiverse figure. This one is 85th anniversary gold label Walmart exclusive Superman Vampire from the DC versus Vampire storyline, which I am not familiar with, but I just think this is a nice looking figure. It's a cool looking figure. It's unique. So I will definitely get into reading storylines. This happens to happen a lot where all these storylines were after my time. So now I got to backtrack after seeing the figures, and now I'm intrigued as to go ahead and read the story and see what it's all about. But it is a nice figure in the package. Will it be the same as I take it out? Well, we will know. So without further ado, let me take this Vampire Superman out of its packaging here, and I will definitely be right back. Okay, so the figure is out of the packaging, so let's quickly go over the accessories as it is customary here. DC stand, Mcfarlane standard stand, and of course a nice artist rendition of the Vampire Superman there, which it's a nice picture there. I like the vampire bit. I mean, who would be strong enough to break through his skin and make him turn into a vampire? I mean, I don't even know if it's an actual storyline. I don't know if this is just a thing, but if it is, I'm going to have to find out. And of course, the back of the card just has a normal Superman bio. It doesn't explain anything on the vampire. So little bump for that. They could have just attached a little storyline to the actual figure. It would have made more sense. And of course, it does come with a set of extra hands, which is starting to be a little bit more likely here with the Mcfarlane, where they're starting to put more accessories into his figures. Granted, in some cases they've gone up $5, but hey, still for $25 in most cases ain't bad. This one here I got for $20, so I still got it at a good price, or 22, whatever. That Walmart. Actually, no, it was not Walmart. It was a Walmart exclusive, but I got it over in Canada at CMD's toy stores up in Canada. Ordered it within 4 or 5 days. I had it, and it pretty much turned out to be whatever the Walmart pricing is. So I ended up paying more, and the shipping was still cheap. So again, Canadian money. So I pretty much broke even. So it wasn't too bad. And there it is. Now the body sculpt on this particular Superman. It is of the Page Puncher Superman that came out last year or so. I have here, which I'll compare at the end of the video, so it's nothing new, but it is one of my favorite Superman bodies. I wish they would continue to do all of them like that, because I'm not too fond. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm not too fond of the infected body sculpt for like all the Supermans now. It just makes them too big. And you know, I mean, maybe because I'm stuck in the Christopher Reeve. You know, I grew up with Christopher Reeves, and so I expect the Superman to be tall, slender, you know, with some muscle, but not too much. You know, Henry Cavill also did a good job. His body type wasn't too bad, but the infected body type is just too much of a Superman. It just doesn't look right. But this is the Page Puncher, which is, again, it's one of my favorite body sculpts, so I dig it. As far as the face sculpt, it's nicely done. It is great. I'm trying to remember if there's any other figure. Kind of reminds me of the Baraka figure from his Mcfarlane Mortal Kombat line, which I will be unboxing soon, so stay tuned for that. I know it's an old figure, but I recently got it at a good deal, so keep an eye out for that. So, but I mean, the details. I mean, look at that, details on the face, the teeth. It's got the blood. I wish they could have done a little bit better on the eyes. I don't know if he's trying to shoot the lasers out of his eyes. That's why it looks like that. But there's better detail in the mouth, the neck, than the eyes. The eyes look like it's faded. So if they was an attempt at the lasers eyes, it was poorly done. They should have done it a little bit shinier or brighter, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you can see pupils in there, but it just looks like the paint just faded off. Hair-wise, it's actually not too bad. It's nicely done. Still nice and kept for a vampire. And then the details on the face, the neck, all those wrinkles, and I mean the ears. Look at the ears; they're nicely done. Yeah, the eyes are the only thing that are throwing me off. Should have put a little bit better detail into the eyes. But other than that, everything else is fine. And again, the body sculpt we've seen before. From the page punchers, the articulation is actually not bad on this figure. I kind of like it. The hands don't match up with the tone of the face and the neck. I think they should have done it a little bit darker with a little bit more detail. Even the extra hands are the same, and the shade of it, it doesn't really match up to the face and the sculpt. So that's a bum there. And then of course the ball joint there, the kind of sticks out because it's an even lighter shade. So that is going to be a little bit hard to not notice. But the cape, of course, I like the body. I never liked the cape. The cape, I thought this was just I don't know. It was just a badly done cape. No details, no nothing, just plain flat, nothing really. Now the body details on this particular figure isn't bad. Just a repaint of the page punches, so it's not much that we can go into detail as far as the articulation. Now, out of the package, this was already jammed into the thing, so I'm gonna have to find out a way to fix that up, straighten it up. But other than that, there wasn't hardly any flaws as far as cosmetically or whatnot on the figure itself, the details, the paints, everything else was nicely done. And then the diaper also, since it's rubber, it doesn't match up to I don't know if that was done on purpose. The boots are, it's all right. I mean, it's not terrible. A little paint up there. And of course, they all come with a standard toe articulation. Not much of a swivel there on the thigh and the bicep. But yeah, it does come with these fisted hands, like I said before, but I won't be displaying it with it. I think it looks cooler with these hands, and I mean, it's got the nice hands and the grips and the nails. Again, the gray doesn't really match up to the color of the face and the neck, so but as far as the details of the hand, it's got the inside part is actually nicely done, and they're not as big as the page puncher hands, which is another thing that he didn't get the Mondo big hands on the figure. So again, I mean, it goes right along with my other Supermans with the infected, Bizarro. I mean, all these cool, evil Supermans, I guess you can say. It's pretty good. I mean, if you haven't picked it up, if you have a chance to pick it up, I will definitely pick it up because it's a nice detail figure. It's got the perfect body, the one I wish all the Supermans came with. Nice and simple. I wish it was just a little bit taller because he tends to be a little smaller than some of the other figures. And Superman's supposed to be technically 6'4" or something. So it's not. Mcfarlane doesn't really scale the figures right, but this one, as far as the details on it and the face and everything, is actually nicely done. So let's see next to the original body sculpt for this mold, which is the page puncher. And this is the original sculpt that they used for the vampire, which is the page puncher Superman there. And again, not much change. The only difference is I think that the fist had been scaled down also, so it doesn't look as huge as those hands. I usually pose him, well, not usually, I pose him with the fist ones because they look a lot better than the open flying hands because they're just so huge. So it just really throws off. But as far as the body, this is the good type body that I like with the Superman. Again, I don't hate the infected body. It's just that I think they're just overdoing it right now, and a lot of the Supermans, it just doesn't look too good. It was good for a couple, but now it's just like, it seems like that's the only body sculpt that they're using, and I prefer something in this line because it does look a lot better. So, just like the Batman has all these different types of body sculpts, and then now the Nightfall one, The Hush one's actually one of the greatest ones they just did. So maybe they should come up with something, you know, top line on a really just basic classic Superman with the S in the back, that you can build a nice old school Justice League figure. And here is next to the other figure in this wave that I happened to acquire for just $7, which is the Joker, Vampire Joker from that same line. I'm still looking for that elusive Batman, Vampire Batman. I'm even not going to pay eBay prices. They're just too ridiculous. But I'm sure sooner or later, my Walmarts are very terrible. But I'm sure one of these days I might be happy to come across it, because they do sometimes come up with figures like later on, several months now, even years after. Even I don't mind waiting that long. And I've tried even the toy store up in Canada, and they haven't been able to get their hands on it. Or if they have, I haven't been able to get it. So, but I will eventually complete this wave, because I think it's pretty good. And seeing the Batman itself, I think it's one of the top figures that they've done in the last year or so. So, well, there you have it, guys. As always, that'll be it for today. As always, thank you for stopping by the channel and supporting the channel. If you haven't, please subscribe, hit the notifications so you know when my videos or my shorts will pop up next. And as always, continue to support each other, continue to exemplify being a fine figure. And as always, I will see you later.